Hello, 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 you beautiful people. Hello, 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 you beautiful people. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday, y'all. You know what time it is. It's 11:11, roundabout 11:11 on a Sunday, so it's time for your Sunday service. Soul food and spiritual tea session with LadySpeech. Good morning to you, my loves. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you are catching this live, then good morning to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good evening, good day, good whenever to anyone who is listening to this is catching this. Because whenever you are seeing this, you are right on time. If you are catching this live, you are right on time. If you are catching this recorded, you are right on time. If you are catching this in the evening, if you're catching this in the morning, if you're catching this in the afternoon, if you're catching this in the middle of the night, you are right on time. Good morning, my loves. I see so many of you in the house. It is good to be here. It is good to see you. It is good to be here. Are you ready for a little Sunday service? So many butterflies in the building. Look at that. It is such a good thing to see so many butterflies in the building. And let me tell you, if you are a butterfly, if you've been here for more than 2 or 3 lives, then you are a butterfly here. Drop a butterfly in the comments, or a purple or blue heart. If you are new here, then you are a caterpillar, baby. And that's if you have only seen this live 2 times. If you have only seen a couple videos of mine, then drop a caterpillar or a, what did I say? Green and yellow heart in the comments. Good morning, good people. It is good to be here. Oh, my heart is so free and light and feeling good and fabulous. I came back from a wonderful vacation in New Orleans, and it is good to be here with you. It is good to be present with you. I am refreshed and renewed. I celebrated the birthday of a wonderful, good, close friend, a big sister of mine. It was her 50th birthday, and my God, did we have the best and most healing time. It was wonderful. There was definitely one harrowing experience that happened, but I will talk about it in another video. But today is about your reading. Hello, beautiful people. Hello. It is Sunday, so let's get this party started. It is Sunday, so it is time for your Sunday service, soul food, and spiritual tea session with your favorite auntie, Captain Goddess, with your favorite auntie, uncle, with your favorite motivational dominatrix, with your favorite hood healer, hood high priestess, motivational dominatrix. It is me, LadySpeech, and I'm here to preach a good word with you, to give a divination to you via magic and tarot cards and oracle cards and the channeling of the ancestors and the spirits and all of that. So there are a lot of you who already know what's up. So many OGs in the building, but there's a few of you who might be new here. So let me tell you how we get down over here. First off, it's 11:11, so for the month of April, I will be hitting you up on Sundays at 11:11 Eastern Standard Time for this lovely and wonderful and beautiful reading. The OGs know what's going to happen, but the newbies, let me break it down. 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 This is a reading to help you start your day right, to help you start your week right, to help you make Monday and every day after this your best and bottom bitch. I'm going to give you some spiritual counsel and some guidance. Now, I've got some tools that I'm going to use today. Not only am I the main conduit, because let me tell you, honey, I've been in this game for more than 22 years. Don't let this smooth skin fool you, honey. Black don't crack. I'm auntie for a reason. I've earned some stripes in this piece. Over 20 years of experience, I don't need these tools to do the job that I came to do. But I like to use these tools from time to time. So let me introduce you to the tools we're going to use today. The affirmation box. It's filled with affirmations. parts from books, quotes, song lyrics, pieces of poems, parts from the Bible, from the Quran, sayings, all kinds of things, affirmative things, and I'm going to choose at random from this box. And the universe is going to instruct us and call us into a call and response. I'm going to read the affirmation and affirm myself and pour into my cup and give you an opportunity to learn the affirmation. Then I'm going to repeat the affirmation a few times. And I'm going to invite you into a process where you repeat it with me. Repeat it back to me, okay? So this way we can affirm ourselves. So many times during the day, a lot of us have been conditioned to talk shit about ourselves because of the abuse we might have experienced. We have been conditioned to say nasty things about ourselves. But we're going to use some time during this reading to speak an affirmation or two into and onto ourselves, okay? So that's the affirmation, guys. This is a divination, and I am going to use some cards. So first and foremost, we are working with the Light Seers deck today. We are working with the African Goddess Rising deck today. We are working with the Angels and Ancestors deck today, or Ancestors and Angels deck today. Either one. The description of all of these will be in the comments, not in the comments, but in the description box when I post this video. We are also working with the Carolyn Myss deck today, and we are working with the Oracle Poggz set today. So you can visit moonpumpkin.com or moonpumpkinarts.com. I always get that mixed up. That's the stoner in me, baby. That's right, your favorite Auntie Captain LadySpeech is 420 friendly. So we're going to be using the Oracle Poggz deck today. Okay? Okay. Those are that, and that is that. And let me introduce you to my rock friends. Anytime you see me, never, ever, ever doubt that I am surrounded by at least 10,000 ancestors, Loa, powerful warriors, powerful Orisha. I am the child of the love goddesses and the war gods, baby. I am the child of the war goddesses and the love gods, okay? But when I do these readings, I bring my rock friends. So today we've got my obsidian black skull, and we've got my hematite and quartz crystal black skull in the place to be in the place to be. All right, that's that. This is the part where I urge you to go ahead and grab your water, grab your tea. I've got my tea, baby. Get your snacks. Go ahead and get comfortable. All right, we're going to get deep into it today. All right, we always get deep into it, but this is Sunday service, and I got a word or two for you today. Okay, now I'm going to take a sip of this. And I'm going to remind you that in the name of reciprocity and reparations, we've got a collection plate because my labor, the spiritual labor, this emotional labor, this community labor is very valuable. And if you benefit from my content, go ahead and throw something in the Cash App, which is LadySpeech, the Venmo, which is LadySpeech Sankofa, the PayPal, which is LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. Okay. Go ahead and do that. And I also accept and appreciate the super chats and the super stickers in this piece. I appreciate the 111s, the 222s, the $5, the $7, the $50, the $30, whatever y'all put down in the Cash Apps and the super chats. I appreciate it all from the range because I know it comes from sincerity and from the heart. All right. All right, you good people. I also want to take this moment to remind you that, number one, I am currently not on Instagram. I'm going to do a whole video explaining that. So if you are following someone or if someone is following you and it's any type of LadySpeech, anything, I'm currently not on Instagram. And there are a lot of scammers on Instagram and on TikTok, which I am on. Follow me on TikTok, which is at LadySpeech Sankofa. There are a lot of scammers hitting people up, following my, copying and stealing my content, doing all kind of really not cool things, and scamming people for readings. So that's not, no, I'm not That's not where we're at, okay? I also want to say that if you want a personal reading from me, you can get that. Go to biglizconjure.com. That is the only place that I will be booking people for readings, except for close friends or clients that I've been reading for 10, 20, 30, years. Not 30, but like 10, 20, like 22, 23 years. People who I've been doing that with, they have a personal connection and they have my information. I will book them separately, but like after that, no, you have to book me at biglizconjure.com. And this is to ensure that you know you're getting a reading from me. All right, so that's that on that now. Are you ready for a good time, baby? I'm ready for a good time. I'm ready to give it to you, honey. Let me check in with this chat, okay? We've got a live chat. So good to see you all. Good morning. Oh, so many OGs in the building. Good morning, you good people. Whitney said, I love your crown. You know what? I'm glad you said that. Speaking of saying that, I want to say shout out to Amy. And I'm not going to say your last name. You sent me this crown from my wish list. This was on my wish list, which is always listed in the description section of the videos. And I want to read the note. It says, "Thank you for sharing. You wear this and stay beautiful." So I don't know if Amy saw me is on here from from YouTube or from my TikTok, but. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. You are wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This right here makes me happy. Y'all know I have a collection of crowns. I already supply my own habit, okay? So this person added to my habit, and I appreciate it so much. This is another crystal quartz moon crown, and I do have another crystal quartz, but it tilts a different way. It's a different design. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Since I've always been into crowns, but since I shaved my head, I've really been into crowns, especially these crystal crowns. I think it just suits my little milk dud sexiness. Okay, I got a big little round head. I am just a milk dud cotton ball headed. I'm cute as hell. Okay, little milk dud though. Okay, Auntie Milk Dud in the place to be. Okay, but thank you, Amy. And I'm also going to be making a video on TikTok. I took a little break from TikTok like I do from time to time. I always take my breaks on social media because I'm neurodivergent too. So I just have to surrender to the fact like I'm going to just do what I do. And sometimes I got to walk away from everything and be like, y'all get on my nerves and overstimulate us. And then I come back and make great shit for you. All right, so thank you, Amy, and thank you for loving this crown. Let me keep going in the comments. All right. Jennifer said, currently on spring break, and I love not worrying about assignments. Yes, congratulations, baby. Rest yourself and take care on the spring break. Have fun, replenish your soul. Naomi said, thank you so much for your guidance each week, beloved. Thank you for being here and for your support. Thank you, Naomi, for the super chat, for the super sticker. Ashley, thank you for the super sticker. Ashley is boiling water for tea right now. Jennifer is drinking some warm chamomile. Yes, y'all, drink your tea. Naomi said, you're drinking chamomile tea with rose petals. I love it. Y'all got your tea, I got my tea, and now let's get to the spiritual tea. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for trusting me in this journey. Now, as your pastor, and please know I'm a real life reverend. I am actually ordained, so Reverend Auntie Captain Speech says session is in. All right, y'all, we are going to begin with the Light Seer's Tarot. And first and foremost, we have the King of Pentacles. And Pentacles tends to have everything to do with the material world, okay? Material world. So the King of Pentacles comes with a very good warning. First off, look at this. This is the King. This is that paternal leadership. It's that paternal guidance, okay? This is really about trusting that inner guidance that you have inside of you and that you have access outside of you. Even if you don't have good male or positive male or like male figures in your life that pour into you that, are not non-toxic, that are non-fragile. We do have spiritual entities that embody that masculine energy, that are positive, that do come from divinity, that do come from beauty, that come from a nurturing, and that we can tap into, that we can lean to, that we can lean into the ancestral grandfathers that got our back. We can lean into the spiritual fathers and the divine masculine energy that has our back. Now, I want to acknowledge that I come from a patriarchal, abusive aspect of spirituality via Christianity, via being a Jehovah's Witness. So the male God, that aspect of God is brutal and violent, as it has been associated and assimilated into and used by colonialism to control people. But when as I have connected to true spirituality, I have really come to understand that there is and I come from this. I say this as a gender fluid individual. I acknowledge that I come from the perspective of there is the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the divine both, the divine neither, and the divine other. Okay, and all of that is divine. The divine masculine, all right, is a beautiful, wonderful thing. This is about this inner strong grandfatherly guidance, okay, that inner guidance outside of us that we can tap into, that inner guidance inside of us that we can tap into as well. This is also about accepting the fact that like having abundance in life, that is not bad. The abundance of money, the abundance of health, the abundance of wealth, the abundance of knowledge. All right. We tend to focus on the material, but the King of Pentacles also reminds us of abundance in general, giving thanks for the abundance we have, but also understanding that pursuing our abundance, our financial abundance, our emotional abundance, our mental abundance, our health abundance, there's nothing wrong with that. The King of Abundance issues a warning about pursuing financial gain to our detriment, to the detriment of others, to the point where we are absolute assholes. We take advantage of other people. We are assholes to other people. We are assholes to ourselves. We are not good for ourselves. We're not good for our community. We are not assets to our community. It's important that we understand that wealth is, yes, in a capitalistic society, and we know that we are in a slave-based capitalism. It's important to understand that and recognize that we don't need to. The slave-based capitalism requires that we are fucked up to other people, or we stand on other people, or we are consciously and unconsciously hurting other people in order to get ahead. Okay, this is America. We come from a slave-based economy. The richest families in America got their money. The oldest families who have their money in America, it's all linked back to the enslavement of black people and the slaughtering and the stealing of the First Nations people of this land. Okay, so that's the start. That and all of these places that funded, like these banks, and has funded a lot of the American government and that's all linked to some really nefarious things. We don't exist. That's when I say slave-based capitalism. That's literally where it comes from. All right, so it's important that we understand that and check out of that, but that doesn't mean we need to check into poverty or lack in thinking. It's okay to want and strive for abundance, but recognize what is your version of abundance. Everybody's version of abundance isn't the same. Everybody doesn't need to or want to be a millionaire. Everybody doesn't need to or want to be a millionaire. It is about checking into abundance. It is about checking into the abundance as Mother Nature has given to us. Look at Mother Nature. When left alone, Mother Nature operates by the law of abundance. Mother Nature operates by law of abundance. When the ocean is left alone, there is a balance that takes place. There is a balance of give and take. And when that happens, everything lives in abundance. There's an abundance of food. Look at a forest when it is untouched. Look at a jungle when it is untouched. Mother Nature itself, this earth, believes in abundance. So there's nothing wrong with checking into wanting the abundance of, oh, yeah, we got a troll in here. Checking into that. You guys, checking into the troll. What name is the troll? Because, I've just been... Yeah, let me know who the troll is, guys. Put the name in there for me. Oh, I see them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Got him. All right. Thank you. All right, I think I took care of it. Let me know if I've hidden Sarah. Yes. Yeah. All right. And there we go. Hate speech. Okay. Thank you. I love it when we work together. All right. See, I love it. I love it. Alrighty then. Thank you guys so very much. You guys are always holding it down in the chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so very, very much. You know, I was in the stream of consciousness of reading. We don't tolerate that over here, okay? No, we don't. This is the Sunday service, all right? And I'm not going to give that any negativity, okay? My light going to shine all over that. The ancestors are going to bless us. Thank y'all for being on it, all right? All right. Well, we are all going to take a deep breath. We're all going to take a deep breath. I didn't even get to read all of their messages. I did read the one about the field, all that. But we ain't gonna give no negativity to it. If anyone is traumatized, if anyone saw those messages and they're feeling some type of way, feel free to step away, do what you need to do, take some deep breaths, get some water. Things like that can be very traumatizing. In New Orleans, I had a wonderful experience, and I have a whole video about it, so I'm gonna edit it for the next couple days and get that out to you this week. But there was one experience that I had was that was very hateful, you know, so, and very scary. So these things can be very traumatizing, but we take care of each other over in this space. We take care of each other over in here, this space. I don't play that. And y'all know that I'm your favorite auntie, Captain Goddess, LadySpeech, and I come from the light, baby. But you know that it's always peace and love until it's not over here. I'm very much a warrior. I am very much a lover. I am very much all about protection, all right? I'll pull out the big guns over here. Literally, figuratively, in all the ways. Spiritually, especially. All right. So, is everybody all right here? Are we good? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if we are good, and we'll continue on. I love y'all so much. I'm pouring so much energy and goodness and light into you. Take a drink, take a breath, take your shoes off and ground yourself. Make sure, all right, you're doing good. All right, we're good here. We're going to continue. The King of Pentacles reminds us not to give into greed, not to give into over prioritizing finances over our health, over anything. This society is pigeonholing us, is consistently putting us in positions where we have to work harder for less. Ease. Pursue abundance, but make sure you're not falling into a place where we're unhealthy with that type of abundance. Okay. All right. We have the Hermit, which is all about making sure that we take that alone time. Making sure we take that alone time, making sure we take that time to contemplate, we take that time to rest, we take that time to spiritually pour into ourselves, we take that time to get introspective, we take that time to dig deep. Shadow work happens often in spaces of alone time. There are in places of public, or when we're dealing with other people, that's oftentimes when aspects of our shadow come out, when we're dealing with other people, family, friends, especially close community people. Because remember, people, we hurt the people closest to us. All communities do that. That's why there's no such thing as black on black crime, because no. Statistically, when it comes to race, every racial group hurts itself first. When you look at, let's look at Japan, for example. A lot of people romanticize Japan as this uber peaceful place, and they emasculate men because people emasculate Asian people. But Japan has a high rate of sexual harassment and sexual assault in subways against women. What I'm telling you is every culture, every human, every person who is human, no matter your race, ethnicity, no matter what country you come from, every pocket of people, every village of people has brilliancy, has amazingness, has beauty, has grace, has genius. And then there is humanity. There is mental illness. There is things that are wrong. There is not so great behaviors that are taking place. There are people who are hurting people. That's why the myth of black on black crime doesn't exist. Pull up statistics around who hurts the most of it. People hurt people, okay? And you gonna hurt the people who are closest to yourself. All right. The Hermit, though, card, to bring it back together, the Hermit card is about taking that space, to understand where you have done that in public, understand and dissect, and to look into yourself and dig deep into how colonialism, how your upbringing, how your indoctrination has programmed you, how all of that has programmed you to be all the great things you are, and programmed you to be not so great things that you are. Ooh, I'm dropping the cards. But that was the card that I already read, so it's good. The Hermit card is about making sure that we take that time on a regular basis. Take that time away from everybody, and that includes digitally and social media. You know, sometimes you like everybody, and to pray, to meditate, to get introspective, to be alone, to examine yourself, to celebrate yourself. The Hermit card is sometimes you gotta toot your own horn when there's no one else around. You got to acknowledge yourself, your wins, your gains. You have to acknowledge your progress. You have to celebrate the amazing things about you when no one is around. The Hermit card reminds us of the beauty of aloneness, and not loneliness, but the beauty of aloneness. The flip side is the Hermit card reminds us to examine if we are feeling lonely, if we've spent too much time alone, if we are not connecting with people. There are some of us do too, because we're still in a panorama, we're still in a panini, we're still up in the panties, we are still in a pandemic, y'all, a Panera Bread, a parallel program. We're still all up in it. And there are some of us who are immunocompromised to the point where we can't go out on a regular basis, and this is producing a space of isolation and loneliness. Some of us did stay isolated for so long that it's hard for us to be out in public. I'm gonna tell you this, I love being with people, but I forget the term for it, but I am both an introvert and an extrovert. I am both of those. I am very much extroverted. I am very much out there. I am very much, all of that. But I also need my time alone. Okay, so the Hermit reminds us where if you need that time alone, take the time alone. Okay, but also if you've been spending too much time alone and you're in a space of loneliness, and if it's time to reach out, then reach out to your community, reach out to your the omnivert. Thank you. Omnivert, thank you. The term is omnivert. So if you need community, reach out digitally. If you're still immunocompromised, you can't be out with people, reach out via the phone, reach out and write letters. Let us develop and lean into other spaces of leaning into each other and being community, okay? If we've been over isolated, it's okay. If we are in a space where we need to reach out to a hotline, call for help, reach out to the ancestors, okay? So there's the flip side of that that's at play play right now. And if you are feeling lonely, it's okay. But if it's time to reach out, and some of us have been isolated because of depression, it's if you have not been reaching out to your friends or your family, and you know you need to reach out, and you haven't been reaching out, and you haven't been answering anybody's calls because of depression, it is okay to say that and still reach out to your community. You are valuable. As someone who used to really deal with really deep depression, and I still have bouts where it comes up, but it is not into the level that it used to be. There would be times that I'd be coming out of my depression, and I would really want to reach out, but I would feel like I couldn't because I was a burden, or I wasn't worthy because they had done all this reaching out and I didn't respond. So then I still wouldn't reach out But in the end, what I learned is my friends would have still accepted me. And eventually when I did reach out, or when they reached out again, it still was love. So even if you've been in a depressive state and you have refused contact, but you know you need contact, and you now have the energy to reach out, okay? Reach out, okay? And again, the hermit space is about easing in and out of it. We do need time alone. We do. We live in a society that we shouldn't be living in. We shouldn't be this overstimulated. All these lights, all these everythings, all the way with that we interact with news, and all of the way that how trauma is displayed as trauma. It's the way we're living is actually not good for us, and not just with the food we eat, but the fast pace. All of this, oh Lord, it is. There are a lot of great things about like all the developments of the technology, but when it is influenced by things like power dynamics, colonialism, it ends up doing a lot of damage. Take your time out for yourself, but also don't overdo it. Reach out when you need to, okay? Reach out when you need to. All right, let's do some affirmations. Repeat after me. Every time I think healing thoughts, my body responds in kind. Repeat after me, y'all. Every time I think healing thoughts, my body responds in kind. Every time I think healing thoughts, my body responds in kind. Every time I think healing thoughts, my body responds in kind. Every time I think healing thoughts, my body responds in kind. Every time I think healing thoughts, my body responds in kind. Every time I think healing thoughts, my body responds in kind. Repeat after me. I honor my inner voice. 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 All right, I want y'all to take a deep breath in. Hold it and blow it out. Take a deep breath in. And blow it out. Take a deep breath in. And blow it out. One more deep breath in. And blow it out. I want to remind you that nobody is okay. Nobody. Before this pandemic, people were on the edge. At the beginning of this pandemic, people were pushed to their limit. Last year, many of us were pushed over our limit, and people right now are hanging on by a thread. People who were racist are even more unhinged. People who were engaging in healing work still are suffering and have moments, have more days than they used to that they're not good. We are feeling the effects of everything in our bones, be us good people, be us healing people, be us not okay people. I work and try my best to cultivate safe space. Things like what just happened a few moments ago with that hateful person saying all of those hateful things that were so racist against anti-blackness, against me specifically, against black people. They happen. And they're happening more. I need you to understand and know that just like there are things that are so hateful that are happening, there is a counterbalance that is going on. We must expect these things to be on the rise, but you also have to know that your light, our light, the otherness of light rising is also on the rise. When these things happen, feel the feelings around them. and then release them. Because of our teamwork, this person is blocked, reported, and gone. If this has been triggering for you, you need to know that number one, that that's okay. You do what you need to do in the moment to take care of yourself, but also by taking care of yourself, know that you need to release it because this person is gone. Do not let them have more of your power, have more of your energy than they need to. Please know that the way that my protection works, the way that my regular daily practice works, this is not me being an internet witch. I am not someone who does this for fun. These altars that are surrounding me, these spirits that I've been working with, when one comes from me and I didn't send for them, please know that everyone who disturbs this space answers to my spirits. Know that, my loves. That has been proven time and time again to me. The people who dare disturb your space, who trigger you, who trigger me, they will receive their just due. You and I are protected in this space, and the people who have come to disturb them will be removed, and they will answer accordingly. With that being said, you have to trust in your own protection. Trust in your own protection prayers. Trust in the fact that you have spirits that protect you. Lean into them. This is why we practice on the daily. We pray on the daily. We meditate. We connect with our spirit guides, our altars. We do our work every day. This fortifies the bond between us and our ancestors. It fortifies the bond between us and our spirit guides. And it strengthens that protection. Take care of yourselves and release any energy from that experience that you need to. And let us lean into the goodness and the medicine that this reading is going to offer us, that is already offering us. Let me check in with these comments. Welcome to all the new people. So glad we here. Ashley. Oh, I am sending you, so I'm not even going to read that because it can be read. I'm so glad that we can assist you. I'm so glad I'm pouring so much good energy into you, Ashley. I'm so glad that after such a heavy experience of you doing your duty as your father's child, that you could be here, and I'm glad that we could pour into you. So glad. Thank you so much. Who alerted me? Was that Jennifer who said there's a troll in here? Thank you so much, Jennifer, for alerting us for the fact that there's a troll in here. All right. Jennifer said, I just got called out. I've been meaning to use my alone time to do some shadow work. Yes, baby, get to that shadow work. Naomi said, I have so much colonizer blood, I don't know what to do. I dismantle my white supremacy every morning, being indoctrinated and also having the bloodline. I'm a mess. You know what? As folks, in the end, as folks who have the colonizer blood, it is your duty to work with that every day, just like you're doing. And number one, you can't, white guilt isn't going to get you or I or First Nations people or Black people or Asian people or minority people anywhere. So, like, we don't, like, work with dismantling also your white guilt, okay? You are going to deal with the colonizer blood, and as colonizers, you need, that's something that's necessary. But also part of white people decolonizing is connecting to the people who weren't considered white. Y'all have a story that is before the colonizer, and it is important for you to work towards understanding that story. When you understand that story, you will be able to grasp that the goodness inside of you. You will be able to connect to a people who honored their humanity, who worked in their humanity. White people have a story other than whiteness. The first part of it is dealing with the colonizer in you. Honoring the fact that that is an atrocious and disgusting story that ancestors that you are connected to participated in. Acknowledge the fact that because of that, you have a privilege that comes with your white skin, and acknowledge the fact that that privilege also hurts and damages First Nations people and Black people. And to counterbalance that, you acknowledge it, you would continue to educate, you spend your life educating yourself about these things on your own. You also spend your time connecting to the other of your ancestors, the good ancestors, the ancestors who did connect with the earth, who weren't white, who were Celtic and Welsh. Get to know those stories, the good and the bad of it. You lean into those ancestors. You lean into the white ancestors who were abolitionists. You lean into the white ancestors who did connect with their culture. Do you know that there's a lot of Black people with Irish names, and there's a lot of you Irish people, white people who have black hair, because we have a history of mixing when we first came to America? Irish people don't know that, like, there's a lot of y'all who don't know that, like, we mixed. But here's the thing that happened with that history. When white people started homogenizing and assimilating, becoming one, and recognizing that we have power just because of the way we look, they gave up their different identities. White people, Irish people were accepted. Once they became accepted as white, then they were turned against Black people. Acknowledge that whole story. Acknowledge that there is beauty there and there is atrocity there. Learn your history, y'all. Learn your history. The Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Always feel free to show your financial appreciation for this labor. I just gave a lot of folks a whole lot of education. You can, I dropped this card. Oh, Lord, let me not fall. So, I just, hit a few of y'all to some game. So, you know what you need to do with that. You know what you need to do with that. All right, good people. Let's go ahead and clear the air one more time and do another affirmation. This affirmation says, joy is in my heart and in my life. Repeat after me. Joy is in my heart and in my life. Joy is in my heart and in my life. Joy is in my heart and in my life. Joy is in my heart and in my life. All right. So yes, y'all. I am a healer. And I believe about healing from on the psyche level. I'm about healing the earth, healing ourselves, healing our ancestry. And one thing I know about healing is you cannot do it unless you acknowledge what you got going on. You cannot heal the body, the soul, the spirit without acknowledging where the sickness started from the root. And you have to be very honest about what that wound looks like. And you need to be very honest about how that wound got there. The more information you know about how the wound got there, what tools were used to make that wound, the better chance you have of crafting of medicine, of using tools that will help that person to live or to heal better. I believe in doing that on every level, on a physical level, on an emotional level, on a historical level, on a mental level, on a psychological level, on a spiritual level, because this will guarantee true and deep healing, and it will guarantee lasting healing that goes 7 generations, 8 generations, 9 generations, 12 generations forward, 7 generations, 8 generations, 9 generations, 12 generations backward into our ancestry, okay? So we talk about the good and the bad and the ugly here, all right? I hold space for all of our humanity here, okay? And humanity is a wonderful thing. Humanity is a savage, a savage animalistic thing. It is a beautiful animalistic thing. It is a beautiful human thing. It is a savage human thing. It is all the things. So we acknowledge all of that. All right, good people. We're going to break off into the African Goddess Rising deck, okay? We have Mawa Lisa, which is about tapping into your cosmic power, okay? Mawa Lisa is about the balance of the moon and the sun, the masculine and the divine feminine. Coming from Benin, part of my ancestry comes from Benin and Togo. Lisa reminds us that we contain the divine masculine and divine feminine. We contain the divine moon. We contain the divine sun. We are a balance of things. We are a balance of things. We must honor this. We must honor our shadow and our light. Shadow work is not about getting rid of your shadow. It is about balancing your shadow and your light, honey. Shadow work is not about eradicating your mental illness. Shadow work, Ashley said, my loves, I have to go charge this phone, but I will watch the rest on replay. My God is King, thank you for welcoming me into your space each Sunday. Former Jehovah Witness here. Much love. Oh, thank you so much, Ashley. And this is going to be here for you when you need it, when it is time. You were here when you needed to be, right here and right now. And you will catch the latter half of this when you need to be, my love. Thank you for your support and your participation. And yes, thank you for, congratulations for breaking free from that Jehovah Witness business. Okay. Okay. Mawa Lisa is about tapping into that divine cosmic power. It's about balancing that divine cosmic power. Remember, you are but a fragile fleshly house plant. You need to be watered. You need to be nurtured. You need to be talked to nicely. You need to be listening to music. Everything that you need to do to make an actual plant grow. You are a freaking fleshly plant. You need good music. You need hugs. You need water. You need food. You need nurturing. Sometimes you need to be repotted and moved. You need sunlight. You need less sunlight. Some of us need a lot of sunlight. Some of us need very dim lighting. But we need to be. Hey Jennifer, my Ghanaian neighbor, my Ghanaian neighbor. I cannot wait to travel to Africa, y'all. I cannot wait. But Mahulisa is about that divine balance and tapping into that, honey. You need to tap into your gangster side and your spiritual side. You need to tap into your righteous side and your ratchet side. You need to tap into your masculine side and your feminine side. And if you have those sides and those polarities, then you have the gradation and you have the middle and you have everything in between, honey. This is what this means. Tap into the cosmic power. It means we are like a phone. You can watch Netflix, Hulu, you can watch movies, YouTube all day on your phone if it's plugged in. But if it's not plugged into a power source, well, you're only going to have a couple hours worth of fun before your phone dies. Mawulisa is about plugging in and tapping in. Tap into the cosmic energy, to the cosmic source when you are doing your homework, when you are engaging in activities that are strenuous, when you're dealing with your family and your friends, when you're dealing with school, when you're dealing with work, when you're doing spiritual things. Tap in. Quit just sourcing your energy from yourself. Quit just sourcing your energy from yourself. Tap, tap, tap in, baby. Tap in. All right, you good people. We have Medusa, which is all about rage. Rage is sacred. Rage is sacred. Rage gets things done. As a former activist, paid and unpaid, I say activist because I don't believe in activist cults. I don't believe in the word activist anymore. We are all activists in some degree. I believe that we need to be activated. When we name ourselves as activists, it excludes people. We are all activists. We all are fighting for something. We are all activated around something. And more of us need to be activated around things like the earth, things about our health, things like black people, things like black trans people, things like indigenous people, First Nations people. We need to be more activated about the way Africa gets treated throughout the media, all of that global anti-blackness, fat phobia. We need to be activated about all those things. But what I know about what the things I learned that are activist lessons, that are really life lessons, anger can move things. When the people are angry about something and they're united in that, and they pursue a something, things happen for the good or for the bad. January 6th of 2021 illustrates that. When white supremacists use their anger to push forward and do crazy things at the Capitol. But also anger is what has pushed civil rights movements forward. When people got so angry about their treatment, laws were forced to change because we moved on the polls, we moved on the streets. Our Lisa is about the acknowledging of the sacredness of rage, and also acknowledging that there is also always something up under rage and anger. There is a hurt there that needs to be processed. There is a hurt that needs to be processed. A pain, a trauma. Anger and rage are often secondary. They're always secondary. There is something, a wound, a something up under that. And when we attend to the rage and use the rage, that's perfect. But you need to attend to the wound that happened. Yes, Naomi said, your rage is not unjustified. That is correct. Your rage is not unjustified. It is very justified. It is very justified. So heal the wounds. Express the rage. Express it to its completion. There is nothing. Rage is part of that, those shadow work emotions. And when I say, that's when I say your shadow side doesn't need to be eradicated. It needs to be balanced. And parts of it needs to be healed in order to be balanced. But rage is something that will help defend you. My rage, when people see people think I'm a very passionate person. So a lot of times people could mistake my passion for anger, and I'm like, that's not. I'm just passionate about a subject. When my rage shows up, it's undeniable. It's very distinguishable, and it is a very scary fucking thing. And it is something that has helped keep people safe. It has kept me safe. It has helped me to challenge abusers, my own abusers and abusers in the community. It helps me pull on something in a balanced way that it helps me to protect. Rage is not a bad thing. But rage, when it is unhealed, rage when it is connected to things that are unjust spirits, when you are out of control with your rage, when you are out of control to the point where outside spirits can use your rage, it can become a very dangerous thing to outside people and to you. It can become a thing. And when you are unbalanced with your rage, please know that you won't always be in control of your rage. And that is dangerous. That's dangerous. If just a random person can trip you into a rageful space, something is wrong, honey. So this card is about balancing that. This card is about understanding that it can be used in a great way. Healing at a deep level can help you come into deep balance. Because I heal at a deep level doesn't mean that my rage cannot be triggered. Oh, it can. It just means that when it is triggered, you had better move all the way out of the way. Because I know how to use it like a sword. I know how to use it like a weapon. I know how to wield it in delicate ways. I can use it like a scalpel. I can be precise with it. And I can use it outside of me in ways that hurt the right people and not the wrong. Not a bad thing. Coming to terms with it, getting up under the rage, balancing it, understanding what to do with it. It's a complex thing. It's a complex, delicate dance. It's a waltz of sorts, if you will. Let's do some affirmations. This affirmation says, healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step. Healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step. Healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step. Healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step. Healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step. Healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step. This says, I am a champion. Repeat after me. I am a champion. I am a champion. Pauline says, I'm late and I'm back after a while, but I'm happy. Pauline says, oh my God, I'm late. I'm back after a while, but I'm happy to be here. Hi, everyone. Hi, King. Hello, baby. You're right on time, baby. You're not late to this. Whenever you show up to this, you are right on time. Whenever you show up in the live, you are right on time. This says, I am a champion. Repeat after me. I am a champion. Repeat after me. I am a champion. I am a champion. I am a champion. I am a champion. Let's do another affirmation. This affirmation says, mental illness is not a personal failure. 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 All right, good people, we're going to go to the Angels and Ancestors deck. This right here is next up. 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 All right, we have the Stargazer. Set your sights higher. All right. It is time to vibrate higher, baby. It is time to dream bigger. It is time. We are in uncertain times, good and bad. So just as the people who are racist are getting more racist, the people who are hell-bent on being sick and disgusting and committed to being assholes to themselves and others, committed to spreading poison and not goodness all over the planet, you so can be dedicated to spreading your chaotic goodness. Spread your chaotic art, honey. Spread your chaotic joy, honey. Spread your chaotic beauty, honey. Wage beauty. Wage beauty. If they're gonna wage war, then you better wage beauty. You better create that art. Dream big. If people are gonna dream of a world of destruction, then you dream of a world where we heal. You dream of a world where you are healing your ancestors. You dream of a world where you are walking a path that no one has ever walked before. You dream of a world where you are uniting with a tribe of people who think like you. You dream of a world where you are planting flowers and trees figuratively and literally. Spread your seeds. Spread chaotic goodness. Spread chaotic love. If people can hate on sight, then you can love on sight. If people can be hateful for no reason, you can heal for no reason. If people can be crazy and give into their mental, give into and not heal themselves and give into their mental dysfunction, you can give into mentally healing yourself. Set your sights higher. Everything, anything can happen. Everything and anything is happening. Dream. Vision. Vision for a bigger future. Vision for a healed self, whether you make it or not. Don't worry about whether you make it or not or whether you participate. Just fucking dream. And then when you're done dreaming and visioning, start taking baby steps towards that. Dream. What makes you happy? Start working towards it. Yes, there is destruction around you. We must create in the middle of this. We must love. We must give. We must set our sights for a future and build towards it. And yes, some of us, a lot of us will make it. Some of us, a lot of us won't. We must love. We must connect. We must connect to our communities and dream together. Build together. There are people who are hell-bent on destroying. Well, then you be hell-bent on building. Chaotically freaking affirm people. Just love them. If people shout hateful things out to people, you know, a hate crime happened to me and my friends, and you know what we did? We fucking cried. We were all the way traumatized. And then we spent all day loving on other people and loving on each other and complimenting other people and spreading joy and shouting out to strangers on the street how beautiful we thought they looked and laughing out loud and big at ourselves and at life. If you want to be hateful, fine. Do that. I'm going to not act like that doesn't hurt me. I'm not going to act like I'm not human. But then I'm going to be aggressively loving towards myself and others. Set your gaze higher. You are more than just a worker. Dream big when it comes to your happiness, when it comes to the love of your life. What is your idea of success? If your idea of success is having a tiny home, literally building a tiny home, getting a container home, well then, and calculate what that's gonna take. Not everybody's idea of success is a master bedroom and you know, a 4-star garage and cars, and some people are like, no, I'd actually rather never buy a car and just have a little tiny home and have a garden or live in a community. Everything is different now. Set your sights higher. Dream big. We have the fire garden. Ignite your passions. Ignite your passions when it comes to sensually and sexually. And not recklessly. Pursue your passions when it comes to your art, when it comes to your spirituality. Pursue your passions when it comes to what you're wanting for a health level. Pursue your passions. Pursue a passionate life. Pursue the things you love with passion. Pursue the people you love with passion. Pursue Pursue the things you like to do. Pursue the things you like to create with passion. Give your love, give your all to it. Remember why it makes you happy. Pursue your healing with passion. My idea of success, and do not get caught up in the, at this age I should be. Forget that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Stop that ageism shit. What is going to ultimately make you happy down the road, and what makes you happy now? And you know what makes you happy might not make sense to other people. Pursue your passion. Pursue your happiness. Sometimes this means you pursue mediocre jobs that so that you can live an extraordinary life outside of that. You know what? I definitely had times when I was consistent at my jobs, and there were times when I did random things and worked hustle jobs and side jobs so that I could spend time renting a room and just focusing a year or two on my healing and not having a car and foregoing all these things that people said I needed to have. But in the end, I pursued my mental wellness first. Do you need to have a car? Do you need to have a big house? Some of you do, some of you don't. Are you cool with the minimalist bare minimum for a while so that you can pursue your mental well-being until then you can get to a place where you can have that and you are more mentally stable? Pursue what makes you happy. Pursue what makes you stable. Pursue your passions. Pursue those things with passion. Pursue your passions sexually. Life is too short to not pursue your sensual passions, to not pursue loving people the way you want to be loved, to not pursuing being loved and demanding you be loved the way you want to be loved. Pursue passion. Do not forget how important that is when it comes to walking our path and purpose, when it comes to relationships with ourselves and others. My relationship is passionate with everybody that I'm with the relationship that I have with my spiritual team is passionate, and it's not in a sexual way. It's passionate. Pursue passion. Let that fire be ignited in you. All right. Let's do some affirmations, okay? This affirmation is for folks who consider themselves non-binary. If you do not consider yourselves non-binary, just hold space. Part of affirmations is making sure that we are safe enough for other people to affirm themselves in front of us. So for non-binary people, I want you to repeat after me. My non-binary body is beautiful. 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 This affirmation says, I attract abundance in all forms. 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 This is for everyone. I attract abundance in all forms. Repeat after me. I attract abundance in all forms. I attract abundance in all forms. Let's do another affirmation. This affirmation says, brown is beautiful. 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 Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Cash App LadySpeech, Venmo LadySpeech Sankofa, PayPal LadySpeech Sankofa @gmail.com. Always for free and empowered to show financial appreciation for this labor. If you benefit from this content, if you benefit from the things that I give, if you benefit from the time that I take with you and with this, always feel free to show that. I always appreciate also when you show appreciation in your words and all of that good stuff. Please make sure you visit BigLizConjure.com if if you want to book a personal reading with me, right now I'm only offering 3 readings publicly. That is the 30-minute, the 45-minute, and the hour reading. I will be offering specific love readings, and I will be offering other readings, empowerment readings, and all of that soon. So stay tuned. The only place you can book me for readings is biglizconjure.com. Also want to remind you that I am currently not on Instagram. So if you are following me or you are following a scammer, or if a scammer is following you with any variation of LadySpeech, I'm currently not on there. I am fighting to get my Instagram back. I will do a whole video about that in the next coming week, okay? All right. I want to thank you, everybody who has contributed to the Cash App, to the Venmo, to the PayPal. I love you so much. Thank you for all of the dollar amounts, from the $100, $150, $200 to the $2.22, the $7, the $7.70, the $11.11. I appreciate you so very much once again. If you are in this reading, if you are in and out of this reading, you are right on time. If you came live to this reading, you are right on time. If you are reading this or seeing this pre-recorded after it's already dropped, you are right on time. All right, good folks. All right, good folks. All right, good folks. All right, good folks. Let's keep going to this reading. Let me know in the comments if you are feeling this, if this is connecting. Let me revisit the comments as a matter of fact. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. All right. Yes, right on time. Jennifer said, Libra in full moon taught me to get back in touch with my femininity, sexuality, and sensuality. Amen. Yes, I love it. I love it. Whitney said, I love this chaotic goodness. I have been thinking on this a while, dedicating myself to walking art. Yes, 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 yes. Jennifer said, I have come to love aggressive positivity. I love telling my friends aggressively how much I love them. More of this, baby. More of this, more of this. Lady Muhammad said, so true. This world feeds us the illusion that our lives have to look alike. We create lives and lifestyles for us that makes us happy. Exactly. Exactly. Whitney said, this reading confirms my thoughts for the past few weeks. I am happy it does, baby. I am happy it does. Do you offer affirmation boxes to buy anymore? I will soon. I will soon. All right, good people. Let us keep going. Let us get into the, we're going to go to the Oracle Poggz deck. Okay, we have fresh start, okay? It's time for a fresh start, and it's always time for a fresh start. You don't need to wait for your birthday, even though your birthday, your new year, is your ultimate fresh start. Let me straighten you guys out. That's your ultimate fresh start. But it's always, you can take the full moon, you can take the new moon, you can take tomorrow, you can take today, you can get a fresh start after a nap. You can go into deep prayer, deep meditation, deep ritual. You are always invited to renew yourself. You are always invited to refresh yourself. You can always dust yourself off. You can always take a spiritual bath. You can always decide that today is a new day, and you can begin the first step toward a new life. Remember, walking the path of life is an ebb and a flow. Walking a path is an ebb and a flow, okay? Let me tell you, I have been in a period of official mourning when it comes to what has happened to me earlier with the loss of my people and my friends. I've been in a loss of official spiritual mourning for the past couple of months. That is now coming to an end in a couple of weeks. Okay, it is time. This vacation for me has served as a fresh start. Okay, you can take a vacation and get a fresh start. All right, you can take a nap and get a fresh start. Okay, but it's time for something new, baby. It's time for a fresh start. For some of you, this is in regards to your health. It's time to have a fresh start when it comes to exercising and getting more active. For some of you, this is in regards to eating something more, eating something less, or Xing something out of your diet, or incorporating something into your diet. Okay, for some of you, this is a fresh start in regards to relationships. You need to let a few relationships go, or you need to say yes to a few new relationships. It's a fresh start as far as a few mind states. It's a fresh start as far as starting over with pursuing healing yourself on the mental health, on the mental, emotional, spiritual, sensual, sexual, emotional level. You can always start anew. So this is your time to start anew. This is your signal to start fresh. Okay? What is scaring you? It's time to confront it, baby. It's time to look at what is scaring you. It is time to look at your fears in the face. It is time to look at that. The Boo card from the Moon Pumpkin moonpumpkin.com. It's either moonpumpkin.com or moonpumpkinarts.com. The official website will be in the description of when this video was posted, okay? But it is time to look at what's scaring you. It is time to look at what your fears are. Some people are like, what is shadow work? Shadow work is dealing with your childhood trauma and pain. Shadow work is dealing with the root of your depression and your mental health. Shadow work is about dealing with your fears that keep you from going and getting into your greatness, keep you from pursuing dreams and your goals. Shadow work is looking into how you are not good, so good person to yourself, to other people. That's what shadow work is. What is scaring you, and how are you scaring others? How are you being intentionally scary or intimidating or not so good to other people? Also, what are your fears that are keeping you from your greatness? What are your fears that are keeping you from stepping on the good foot into your success? Look at that. What are the fears that are keeping you from owning what it is that you truly want to be and you truly want to do? Why are you pursuing the life that others are prescribing to you? What is keeping you? What is scaring you from pursuing your dreams? What is scaring you from pursuing your goals? What is scaring you from doing the things you want to do in your life, from being the person you need to be? It's time to address it. It's time to look at it, and it's time to make a plan to escape it, to beat it up, to do whatever that fear is going to require you to do to it so that you can forget to get from up under it. It's time to look at it. It's time to look at it. It's time to look. It's time to look at it. It's time to look. It's time to look at it. It's time to look. This affirmation says, I love the person that I am. Repeat after me. I love the person that I am. 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 This affirmation says, this is a quote from Ram Dass. It says, your problem is you're too worthy, you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Now I'm just going to repeat this. I just want you to listen, and then I'm going to I have an affirmation that we're going to do based off of this. So don't repeat this, just listen. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Now this is the part where you repeat after me. We're not going to say this. We're going to say an affirmation based on this. I commit to letting go of unworthy feelings. I commit to letting go of unworthy feelings. Repeat after me. I commit to letting go of unworthy feelings. I commit to letting go of unworthy feelings. I commit to letting go of unworthy feelings. Repeat after me. I am worthy. I am worthy. Repeat after me. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. All right, my loves. Last cards of the reading, the Carolyn Myss deck. We have the Father. Talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. You are the leader of you in this lifetime and your spiritual team. You are the earthly representative of your spiritual team, and you are the leader of that on earth. Someone else is the leader of that in the spiritual realm, but on earth, you're the leader of that. So it is time for you to tap into your inner guide, your inner guidance. It's time for you to trust that you have wisdom. You have something to contribute. There are times when all of us are called to be in a leadership role. There are times, even if you come from the more submissive side of things, there's leadership in every single one of us. And even if we're not leading hundreds of people, thousands of people, a village, we are leading ourselves. We are the earthly representative and leading that on earth, okay? So tap into that and be the positive guiding light. Also, there are times when we are called to be the leader in a community setting, in a village setting. Some of us, that's going to be for a long-term basis. Some of us are going to do that for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for a couple weeks, for a couple days, for a couple months, for a year or two. But all of us are going to be called into that. You need to trust. This is also about making sure that you follow leaders who have a positive guiding light, who are not abusive. And the shadow attribute is dictatorial control or abuse of authority. Do not, when you are, and notice this, people can change. Sometimes you start following a leader and they're doing their duty to themselves and doing their healing work and they mean well. Let me tell you something. And then sometimes they turn into something that's not good because they stop pursuing their healing. I have, in essence, always been this person. And there have been times in my life where I've always been a leader, I've always been assertive. There's been all times in my life, even when I was little, that people came to me for advice. But that doesn't mean that I haven't been human. And there are times when I have been in a leadership position and I haven't been a good person. I was going through a mental health crisis, or I wasn't the best of people. And people had to stop following my leadership for a time because it wasn't good for them. And that's okay. Sometimes you follow a leader and in the moment their leadership is detrimental to your health. And you need to step away. Be empowered to step away. Watch out for leaders who have a dictatorial control that is unhealthy or unsafe. Escape from that. From a family, be it from a family perspective, a corporate perspective, whatever perspective. And look for leaders who are nurturing, who are firm, but nurturing, who listen, and also trust your own inner guide in that capacity, shape, and form. A good leader doesn't need to abuse. A good leader can discipline when things get out of hand. A good leader can direct. But a good leader doesn't sit on top of you directing from this place of highness. A good leader stands before you and leads first. They will lead you into the fray and the fire first. They do not sacrifice you. They direct you from the front, not the top. We have the gambler, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. This week, also another message. This week, watch out for people in authority who are abusive, or watch out for the people who you might encounter, people who are in places of authority who are looking to not be good. Just look alive around those situations, okay? Just look alive around the situations. The gambler. Be willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. That's the light attribute. The shadow attribute is relying on luck rather than hard work. So the shadow attribute is luck is a thing, okay? But also your luck, one thing about your luck increasing is you working towards it and working with it, all right? I find that the more that you work, the more that you try your best, like say for instance you are manifesting things, the more that you're manifesting, you're manifesting money, the more that you work towards that, not just do it, and by work towards that you do your spell work, and the more you make yourself available for these things to happen, the more opportunities you have for luck to happen in your life, okay? So luck, they often teach that it's a haphazard thing that just happens, which it is. There is this spontaneous aspect to it, but also what I find is when you walk towards it, it tends to walk towards you. People who are lucky, if you really look at them, they also do things that make themselves available to be lucky. So there's people who win a lot, there's people who win a lot in regards to like lottery or sweepstakes, but there are also people who play that strategically and make themselves available to those opportunities, if that makes sense. So work hard as well, and don't just rely on luck, baby. Work smart as well, and not necessarily just hard. We have the gambler, though, the light attributes, willingness to follow your intuition even when others doubt you. Your intuition is key. This is not just for this week, but especially this week, but and just in life. Follow your intuition, your gut, your instincts. And the more time, at the beginning of the reading, we had that Hermit card. Times of isolation, times of when we go in and we spend some alone time. Not only is it shadow work time, healing time, recovery time, rest time, creative time, replenishing time, recuperating time, but it's also a time when we get in touch with ourselves. It's the times when we sharpen our intuition and our instincts, okay? We sharpen our connection to that, okay? Follow your gut. This week, there's going to be little to big ways. Some of you are going to be asked to do this in big ways. Some of you are going to be asked to do this in little ways. But every single time you follow your gut to the T, even when it doesn't make sense to others, you're going to be rewarded in big ways, either down the line or pretty immediately. Follow your intuition. Follow your gut, okay? Follow your intuition, follow your gut, even when others doubt you. Follow your intuition, follow your gut, even when others doubt you, okay? All right, good people, let's do some more affirmations. Let's do some more affirmations. This affirmation says, I have the power to change myself. Repeat after me. I have the power to change myself. 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 This affirmation says, my sexuality is holy. Repeat after me. My sexuality is holy. 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 Repeat after me, y'all. All black is beautiful. 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 And when we say all black is beautiful, we mean as in black people. And one more affirmation. This is a quote from Pat Bluth. Healing follows forgiveness. 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 All right, my good people, my beautiful loves, you are so wonderful, beautiful, and divine. Just in case no one has told you today, you are worthy, you matter, you are absolutely necessary on this planet. All right, your healing is worth it. And I want to remind you and reiterate the original message from the beginning of the reading. If you need help, ask for help. You are not a burden. You are not a burden. You are not a burden to anyone or anything. You are not a burden to this planet, okay? Pursue your healing, though. Pursue your healing. And remember to be chaotic goodness. Wage beauty, wage chaotic goodness upon this earth. Wage chaotic kindness on this planet. Wage chaotic love upon everyone you see, but most especially if you don't do it to anybody, you better do it to yourself. Because you deserve it. You deserve it. Demand chaotic goodness to be given to you from all parts of the planet. And watch it show up magnificently in your life. All right, my loves. All right, my loves. All right. Again, I want to thank Miss Amy Jones, for giving me this. Thank you for sharing, reading your gift note. Thank you for sharing. You wear this and stay beautiful. Thank you so much, Amy. I do appreciate you. And if you are, I don't know if you are, this is a person, a follower from TikTok or YouTube, so I wanted to make sure I thanked you on both. I will be doing a video on TikTokies and all that good stuff. I am looking forward to editing this New Orleans trip video for you, so you can look forward to that this week. I'm also absolutely rejuvenated and I'm feeling my fire back, okay? So I'm going to get back to regular content. I keep saying that and y'all keep being patient and I appreciate it. I've been in a period of mourning and y'all have been understanding that. And it is my goal. When I say these things, I absolutely want to do it. But I'm finding that even with me preaching the word, the good word of having grace and mercy to yourself, as much grace and mercy to myself I still need to show more. So I'm trying to over push myself. I over push myself a lot. But I am finally actually feeling it. I am rejuvenated in all the best ways. So I cannot wait. I have a bunch of ideas. But first off, we're going to explain this Instagram situation. And then I'm going to give you the New Orleans vlog and all that good stuff. So you can look forward to those 2 videos this week. And you can look forward to just regular content coming from me. I'm so excited to review the decks for you. I have a lot of really beautiful decks that I'm so excited to review for you. And I just am ready. Are you guys ready for some merchandise? Are you guys ready for some merchandise? Because I've got some merchandise for you. All right, my sugar honey dumplings, I've got merchandise for you. I've got merchandise for you, okay? All right, so there's all kinds of things, and things are coming. Things are coming things are coming. Again, Cash App LadySpeech, Venmo LadySpeech Sankofa, PayPal LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. That is if you want to show financial appreciation for this, labor. Also, let me just make all the announcements real quick. This is for the OGs in the house. This is for those of you who have lasted this long into the reading. Number one, mentorship program. I have 2 mentorship programs: a spiritual spiritually focused mentorship program, and I have a empowerment, motivational focused mentorship program that I'm going to be rolling out in the next month. Number 2, the GoFundMe will be out next week in regards to my podcast, and I'm super excited. I've almost nailed down a name for that. So I have priced all of the equipment, everything I need in order to do what I want to do and bring you a quality podcast, still sourcing from myself. I have felt so bad about putting out a GoFundMe, but y'all have been like, do it, we want to help you. And I'm going to do it because I want to give you the best. I know for me what it's going to require in order to make the best in quality to do exactly what I want to do and carry out my vision. So it's going to be a bit expensive and I need help with that. So the GoFundMe comes out this week for the podcast, so I can get you that. The goal is to be up and running this summer. That's what I want by July. I want to be giving you quality content. And also I want to do some traveling. So my GoFundMe is for the equipment to be able to give you a quality content while I'm at home, but also give you quality content when I'm out on the road. Okay. All right. So I've got some new workshops coming, and also the website will be out soon. Okay. So yes, the mentorship program, these 2 programs are paid. I will have all that information soon when I officially drop it, and all that good stuff. But there will be those 2. I've got workshops, all of that. The Patreon is dropping. People, I am finally feeling settled in this new space that I am in. I'm finally feeling settled in the city that I'm in. Everything is just new energy. As a death worker, sometimes I had to give into my own death cycle. And this moving represented all of that. I knew it was going to represent that. And I also knew that it was going to represent incredible abundance and rebirth afterwards. So I'm a little seedling, my loves. Your Auntie Captain Goddess is a little seedling again, and I am growing and been planted in the perfect place for me. And so I have so much to give. I have so much love to spread. I have so much information. I'm a Libra. I'm a triple Libra. So I'm a mental sign. So I've literally have been collecting information. Okay? And I have a lot to give. Okay? So yeah, the mentorship program, I'm still finalizing it. I'm tweaking it. I believe it's gonna either be 6 to 8 weeks, and it's intensive. All right, it's going to be group meetings. It's really the bulk of the mentorship programs it'll be made up of group meetings, a couple of some individual meetings, and a divination. Okay, so you'll get spiritual counsel, you'll get one-on-one counsel. We'll be doing some group counsel. Okay, there is an agenda I am following. There is a program that I'm following. You will get book lists. You will of course walk up with at least 2 book recommendations for you to get started. And these mentorship programs are designed to be. I'm the type of teacher that I want you to grow into yourself. Okay, I want you to grow at your highest degree. So these things are designed to help you do that, to help you unfurl your wings and bloom, and to be able to even catch more information, just be the best version of yourself. So I'm so excited to bring those things to you. And yeah, this is the power of that refreshing. So when that refreshing, fresh start Poggz, you know what I'm saying? The moon or the Oracle Poggz set, the fresh start, always take whatever opportunity. I took my friend's opportunity. It's her new year. We are connected, and don't think I didn't center myself in her space, but this was an opportunity to refresh and renew, and I took it as that. Y'all, I danced naked in the rain. It was awesome. I love it. Anyway, I love you all. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time. Thank you for your support and your love. And I will see you all soon. God is willing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just pouring into me. I pour all the way into you. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video to whoever. and I will see you all soon. Mwah! Oh, and April, again, 11:11 Eastern Standard Time. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to cycle back to 9:09, okay? And so I've decided that either we're just going to go each month. It's either going to, next month it'll be 9:09. We're going to do the readings. The month after that, 10:10. We're going to do the readings, and it is going to be between 9:09, 10:10, or 11:11. All right? So that's where it'll be for the rest of the year. We're just going to cycle through that schedule, okay? All right, you good people. I love you so very much. You are awesome. You are wonderful. And I'm so excited just to give all the things to you, from Patreon to Discord. We're going to have a good freaking time, okay? We're going to have a good freaking time. Also, the store, the magic store that I work for in Columbus, Ohio, we finally moved. We have a new location. So I can't wait for some of you to come and buy magic store, supplies, all that. Just check out biglizconjure.com. Just check out biglizconjure.com for all your magical needs. Place an order. You can always place an order from biglizconjure.com. If you place an order, and you're from the reading, you can mention my name, and I'll make sure to either stamp my little stamp or sign it, or do something. I'll acknowledge ya, or if it gets to me, because there's other people who help in the story. So much love. I want y'all to go off, have a good day. Make sure you eat, take care of yourself, drink your water, hydrate, and I will see you all when I see you. Mwah. I will see you all when I see you. I will see you all when I see you.